the Examrisk FlexiPrep program, we are understanding the various terms related to the bank in the fundamentals of the economic. Today we are learning the various terms that is related to the bank, that is the CRR, SLR, repo rate and the reverse repo rate. First, let's understand what is the bank. The main function of the bank is to accept the deposits from the people who have the more money, the savings of that is deposited in the bank. So banks are accepting the deposits from the people, and that money will be lended or invested by the bank to the other people. So this is the main function of the bank, that is accept the deposit and lending or the investment as a loans and advances. In terms of the deposits, bank have money. What banks are doing with that money? There is three options with the bank to deal with that money. The first, second and the third. The first option is to keep it as the cash in bank, cash or bank account reserves. The second is the investment in the security. It can be in government security. Or the third option with the bank to deal with that money is investment in the loans and advances. So these three ways bank can deal with that money. So let's understand the first, that is the cash. What are the way in which the bank reserving cash with themselves? The first term of the banking which affects the commercial bank and the central bank is the CRR. CRR is the cash reserve ratio. Cash reserve ratio is the minimum amount of money that the bank, that is a commercial bank, have to keep with the central bank. They must have to keep or hold some amount of money, that is the cash reserves, with the central bank, that is known as the CRR. The minimum ratio, the percentage of the net demand and the time liability, minimum percentage of the net demand and the time liability is decided by the central bank, and that have to hold by the as cash reserves by the commercial bank. This is known as the CRR. In short, the percentage of the NDTL is known as, minimum percentage of the NDTL is known as the CRR, where the net demand is the money which is deposited in the saving bank account by the depositors, which can be demanded at any time. Or the time liability, that is the fixed deposit and which will demanded after the fixed period of time. So this is the CRR, definition of the CRR, how the CRR is calculated. That is a percentage of net demand and the time liability. Let's understand with the example. Let's say we have X bank, and in the net demand and the time liability of the X bank is 10,000 crore. Assume that 10,000 crore, okay, and the CRR is at that time, it is also assumed, is 5%. So the amount which the commercial bank have to keep with the central bank is 500 crore. That is a 5% of the 10,000, 500 crore commercial bank have to keep with the central bank. Okay. But NDTL fluctuates on the daily basis. So the minimum percentage of the CRR, cash reserves, is decided by the central bank. That money bank have to keep, that money bank have to maintain in the central bank account. Let's say the minimum amount is 70%. It is also assumed the 70% of the 500 crore it is the 350 crore. So commercial bank have to maintain 350 crore with the central bank as the cash reserves. This is known as the cash reserves with the central bank, and the ratio of it is known as the CRR, cash reserve ratio. What are the effects of CRR with the bank? Let's assume that CRR is increasing or CRR is decreasing. So if CRR is increasing, then the cash reserve with the central bank will also increase, and now the commercial bank have less money to invest in other options. So the liquidity position of the commercial bank also become lower. So increase in the CRR ratio will decrease the liquidity positions of the commercial bank. Or if the CRR will decreasing, then the cash reserve of the commercial bank with the central bank will decrease, and commercial bank have now more money to invest in the other options, and the liquidity positions of the bank will become increased. So this way the CRR affect to the commercial bank. What are the purpose of CRR? CRR will help to maintain economic stability and liquidity positions of the bank. It helps to maintain the economic stability and liquidity positions. The other purpose of the CRR is to control cash flow of money in the market. If there is high money, then central bank will increase the CRR ratio, and that will lead to the lower money in the economy, and it will also help to control the supply of money into the market. So these all are the purpose of the CRR. Let's have another banking term that is known as SLR. SLR is the statutory liquidity ratio. How the bank dealing with the cash and bank. So we understand the CRR. The second option with the bank to deal with the money is to invest in the security, right? So invest in security. How bank, the SLR, in these also commercial bank have to keep certain gold or the government approved security with the central bank. Government approved security can be the bonds or the shares of any company. The gold or the government approved security which the commercial bank have to keep with the central bank. This is known as the statutory liquidity. And this ratio is also decided by the percentage of the NDTL. Depend on the net demand and the time liability, the central bank decides the ratio, and the minimum percentage of it is holding with the central bank by the commercial bank. Bank can earn somewhat little interest from this investment because it is invested not in terms of cash but in terms of gold or the government approved security. So they can earn little interest on that, but the percentage of NDTL commercial bank have to keep with the central bank as SLR. What are the effects of this SLR? If the same way the CRR as the SLR have the same effect on the with the commercial bank. If it is increase, then the bank have more money to invest in the other investment options, and the interest they can earn high interest with the other available options. The same way, if SLR will decrease, then if SLR will increase, then bank have more money and they can earn higher interest with the bank can earn higher interest with that money. And if SLR will increase, then bank have to hold high gold or the government approved security with the central bank, and they have less money to invest in the other option. So this will lead to the higher liquidity positions of the bank. What are these way the SLR affects to the commercial bank? The other term which relates to the commercial bank and the central bank is the repo rate and the reverse repo rate. Let's understand this both the term. What is the repo rate and what is the reverse repo rate? First understand repo rate. The commercial bank, in case of the shortfall of the funds, central bank provides fund, lend to the commercial bank, okay, and this will solve the shortfall of the funds of the commercial bank and also ensures the funds of the commercial bank and the liquidity position. It will help to control the inflation of the economy. How it will help to control the inflation? So through increasing the repo rate, the interest rate will become higher and the lending from the central bank will become expensive for the commercial bank. So the commercial bank borrows less money from the central bank, and this way it will lead to the less money in the economy, and that control the inflation. Let's understand what is the reverse repo rate. In the repo rate, central bank lend to the commercial bank for the short period of time in case of the shortfall of the fund with the commercial bank. In the reverse repo rate, commercial bank lend to central bank. If there is higher money supply, then central bank borrows from the commercial bank and decrease the money supply in the economy, and this will help to create control the money supply in the economy. So this is about the reverse repo rate.